afternoon, and I start my little video of the plot at the beginning of May with a view of some tulips and a large clump of wild garlic, which really does look very pretty and is quite a powerful smell, and I think is going to keep my carrots safe because it'll confuse the carrot fly. So I'm going to turn around now. Try to go nice and slowly. This is my compost heap at the beginning of May. It's got a nice potato growing in it. And it's filling up nicely with a mixture of greens and browns now. And there comes a point in a few weeks' time when I pluck up the courage to tip it out and put by the really good stuff at the bottom. I also have a bag of stuff here collected over the winter that needs mixing in with it all. If I go around here, then I'll show you this bed, which has got spring onions in it and onions for harvesting later in the year, some spares of perpetual spinach and beetroot, but it will be my cabbage and, well, mostly cabbage and nasturtium bed. If I walk up here, I keep finding volunteer potatoes and sticking them in the ground. There's such good soil here that they just grow really healthily. So that's a potato from a Maris Piper last year. Those are sage. This is incredibly healthy looking mint with some mange tout growing at the back, hence the sticks. This is some thyme that I picked and we cooked with some lamb yesterday. Gorgeous lemon thyme, it's really fragrant, and you can see those mange tout already coming into flower. I'm having to water like crazy, and I see here a weed. Ooh. But this is oregano and more mange tout, and these are buds for my blueberries. If I can show you there. The carrots are doing really nicely on this particular bed. Other beds I'm not so sure. Lots of calendula, volunteers, and volunteers that I've moved into a nice little row along where the onions are, and another potato that I put in a little safe corner. This is my row of garlic, and it's doing really well. The stalks are nice and thick, so I have high hopes. I'm on my final clove of last year, so I think the garlic grows really well in this garden, which is lovely to know and find out. The daffodils have gone over now. The peas are growing nicely. The beetroot is covered in netting, not because it particularly needs it at the moment. I put it in to protect it from pigeons pulling it out when I first planted it, but really to protect it from the amount of heat and dry that we've got going on at the moment. I have managed to water with some hose pipes today, but I'm trying to do that as rarely as possible because I'm sure there will be hose pipe bans in the future. This is another carrot bed along here. No sign of carrots, so I'm not going to stoop down or even look. This is my fuchsia. This is my climbing hyacinth. I'm not sure it's going to do anything, but I keep watering it in the hopes. But the fuchsia is doing brilliantly well. I will turn around that way so you can see it a bit better without my shadow. That's going to need potting up fairly soon again. Repotting, shall I say. You can see beetroot in there. It's growing quite nicely, so I'm pleased with that. The potatoes are coming up nicely. The cold frame, I'm not taking the lid off because it's a bit of an exercise to do it. It's got marigolds, two spare tomatoes and some forget-me-nots in it that I'm growing for somebody else. And I just keep watering it. And actually as a cold frame it works really nicely because even the tomatoes in there have survived temperatures of about 4 degrees at night recently. Just watered the rhubarb a lot, so I'll leave it a couple of days and then I'll probably harvest some more. This is my tomato bed. At the moment I've got marigolds that I put out too early, so they're struggling a bit. And somebody's just trodden on one. I don't know if that'll survive. Oh dear. Never mind, I've got spares, so that's okay. This is a bed of carrots, supposedly. There are 1 or 2 carrots growing in there. I've seen about 5. I'm hoping that I'll keep watering, so I hope that it'll catch up and start showing soon. The onion bed is doing brilliantly, however. All those lovely onions over the winter. And the calendula's coming out and making things really bright and pretty now. This, I think, is a more advanced blueberry simply because it's getting more sun. So that's an exciting new project for me. I've never grown blueberries before. The strawberries are doing very well. High hopes for those as well. Some already in flower. This is my gardening friend's dig bed of potatoes. It's not that they're behind, it's that they were planted later than mine, so we'll have to see what comes out of the ground really, won't we? We have broad beans. Not a good year for broad beans. I don't think they like the soil very much here. I think they preferred it in my old allotment that was very sandy, so it was quite easy for them to put down roots and establish themselves over winter and not get waterlogged and frozen out by the cold. There's some more marigolds there that I'm having to nurse as they limp along, put them out a bit early. Peas are taking off now, and another herb here, rosemary, and these bee magnet flowers, that's what I should call them. I'm filling up, I've got 4 of these black buckets full of water that I'm using to water the plot with when it gets quite dry. And these are potatoes that I'm growing along here. So things are coming along much better than last year, I think. I hope you're all growing things happily and it's all working out really nicely for you. I'll just whiz round again a bit so you can look back on it and see. Starting to really shape up now. Happy gardening everybody. I hope you're enjoying your gardening like I am.